Like many of you, I grew up in a house where values and principles were very important. My mother taught us daily of the importance of living a life pleasing to God. I can remember as a little boy when I would go to the store to buy something for my mother. She'd give me money to go to the store, tell me to bring back her change. And before I walked out the door, she would say, "Remember, nothing in that store belongs to you," reminding me not to pick up anything that I didn't have money to buy. When I became a teenager and started running the streets, my mother would say things to me like, "Don't embarrass me out in these streets." And that would be something that would stay with me everywhere I went and remind me that I had a responsibility to live up to the values that I was taught at home. The one thing that my mother always said that I have never forgotten, when I would leave the house to go anywhere, she'd say these simple words: "Remember who you are." We can make a mistake of forgetting who we are. And when we forget who we are, we always run amok and put ourselves on a collision course with God. We remember who we are because, like the Sankofa bird, when we go forward, we must look back to our past, to our ancestors, and remember that they are the bridges over which we cross. And the reason we are who we are is because of who they were. Now, I want to suggest to you three things to help us all remember who we are. Number one, be merciful to others. Never get so caught up in yourself and in your righteousness that you think that somehow you're better than someone else and you can't find a way to show mercy to others. Be merciful to others. Don't judge other people for their faults or flaws, because all of us have faults and flaws, which leads me to the second point that I want to share. Be mindful of your flaws and faults. Be mindful of your flaws and faults. Don't ever think that you have gotten so good or so righteous that you don't have any flaws, that you can't make a mistake. The Bible teaches us that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So it's important for us to stay humble and be mindful of our faults, our flaws, our missteps, and our misdeeds. And then the third thing that I want to suggest to you, so that we don't ever forget who we are, is to be grateful for all that God has done for you. Be grateful for all that God has done for you. God has blessed you. You didn't bless yourself. God made a way for you. You didn't make a way for yourself. God picked you up when you fell. God opened doors for you. God made a way when it seemed there was no way. God forgave you when you made a mistake and gave you another chance to get it right. So be grateful. Be grateful to God for everything that God has done for you. And if you will remember these three things, to be merciful to others, to be mindful of your missteps, your misdeeds, your flaws, and your faults, and to be grateful to God for all of the wonderful blessings, for everything that God has done for you, I'm sure that you'll never forget who you are, a child of God, called, chosen, anointed, and appointed, and also a sinner saved by grace. God bless you, and God keep you.